Hello again. Neither myself or any of the astronomically overpaid media pundits foresaw Jeremy Corbyn emerging from nowhere to be the bookies' favourite to win the Labour Party leadership election contest. We all thought it was a straight Andy Burnham, Yvette Cooper bout. But barring disaster, it looks like the 100 to 1 pantomime horse pacemaker is going to romp in by a distance. JEZZAMANIA is sweeping the Labour Party and beyond. I don't see any point yet in having a go at Jeremy Corbyn, who seems to have an air of ruffled bemusement at his newfound status as Messiah. Instead, I want to comment, or make a few comments, on this particular phenomena known as JEZZAMANIA. Previously, I thought an understanding of the politics in this country of England might be better explained by mass psychology rather than economics. But I was thinking more about the increasing rightward drift rather than anything from the opposite end of the political spectrum. Still, with this Corbyn campaign, there's nothing really being offered that's new. Renationalisation, tenner an hour on a minimum wage, perhaps the abolition of Trident, nothing really remotely radical even. It's social democracy, Brit style, nothing else. Labour, or old Labour, with a youthful, deluded following. It's not so much Corbyn himself, but the should know better, grasping at straws, will never learn, quite cynical leftists who are stoking this yet another full storm. They are all, along with the dinosaur unions, clambering aboard the seemingly unstoppable Corbyn bandwagon. To the bemused outsider, such as myself, this is all the fervour and momentum of a religious revival. Without even a touch of irony, Jeremy Corbyn has become JC. Politicos are abandoning their critical, rational faculties, and all hope is being transferred to JC in what can only be described as mass projection. Russell Brand may or may not have been kidding about his own Messiah complex, but this JEZZAMANIA is the unexpected real thing. It's a quintessentially British muted hysteria, this JEZZAMANIA, or Corbynism it is now becoming known. We're talking Labour Party, for Jeremy's sake. The party of war, austerity light, the red Tories, the fervent nationalists, unionists and monarchists. A Labour Party led by Corbyn is still the Labour Party. It is not an equivalent of Syriza or Podemos. Only weeks ago the left were identifying with the latter. Now it's once again back to Labour without a hint of irony or reflection as they rally mechanically, or manically one could say, around Jezza. This has all the trappings of a delusional cargo cult rather than a genuine challenge to the system. I don't see how Corbyn or anyone else can deliver us from this neo-feudal system here on Airstrip 1. JEZZAMANIA, or JIZZAMANIA as it should be more described, is a product of political frustration, nothing more. A personality cult of someone without any charisma whatsoever. He's certain to win, but it's all meaningless, just another false dawn. Our rotten system has to be totally destroyed from the top down, destroyed by mass uprisings, ferment on the streets in working class communities, leading to a much needed, long overdue revolution. We need a genuine mass movement spontaneously created by grassroots working class struggle, a movement of the oppressed and disenfranchised. A Corbyn-led Labour Party won't make one iota of difference. Meanwhile, the Corbynistas are planning a victory celebration in Trafalgar Square on September the 12th. Politics have to get real. If there was an election tomorrow, the Tories would win again. We are living in what is a one-party electoral dictatorship with the deluded electorate in zealot-like enthusiasm throwing themselves under the wheels of the Tory juggernaut and the alternative so-called JEZZAMANIA. For us anarchists, the whole Corbyn phenomena is somewhat perplexing. I didn't want to waste too much time on the Labour Party leadership contest, but this JEZZAMANIA is something to behold, the latest reinvention of the square wheel. It requires comment at the very least. Meanwhile, in another micro-reality, but a more pertinent one, there's the outrage against the so-called Jack the Ripper Museum. See my previous vidcast. Indeed, there has been not one, but two demonstrations and pickets outside the premises, which last time, for the 5th of August, were guarded by police and security thugs dressed in, irony of ironies, stab-proof vests. Each protest attracted over 150 locals and angry women. If you want to lend support and you want to experience some real street politics, rather than what I've been talking about as regards JEZZAMANIA, come down and lend your support on Wednesday, August the 12th, 6 p.m. at number 12 Cable Street. Again, I'll see you there. Goodbye.